Well, hi there everyone, and welcome back to Infinity. Well, last episode we were over here on this side, finally making a start on a sorting system. You can tell I've started making the sorting system because my inventory isn't full of rubbish. We have gone through and actually got rid of quite a bit. You can see these bits were all in last time. There's a few more added over here. I can't think what wasn't. Seeds and saplings, that probably wasn't. Dyes, I've got very few dyes, but there they are. A few more of these jabber barrels just stuck on T-wall. Being useful and having stuff in. I still have gaps. Actually, I've got 17 bricks from somewhere. I don't know when they came through. Let's head on over to... I've completely lost my button and I'm going to be pretending I knew exactly where that was, and that definitely never happened. Yeah, so not a lot out here. That is still full of rubbish, because I can't really see a good reason to put all these stupid bits through the sorting system. They're all going to end up in a junk chest. I haven't done the Natura bit. I haven't really emptied that one either, by looks of it. However, most of these are pretty much empty, apart from tools and stuff. Not all of the ingots have gone through yet, but most have. Most have. They're coming through bit by bit. Now what I want to do today is come down here. Because down here, of course, we have our room o' many bits and useful pieces. And I need to... well, I want to actually change this around a bit. It has been very good. But what I really don't like, actually, is this big gap in the top, which lets you look through the back into the buffer. It's all just a tiny bit messy for my tastes. Which means it's all going out and being taken up into that factory, because I have a new idea for this room. We are going to do something else even more fun with it. Now that means I need the wrench to get things out with. Now, the wrench, obviously, I got before I started this, because that would be the clever thing to do. Obviously. So I'm now going to go and break my way back through here and go get the wrench, because I will need this way. I don't think I really wanted to do that, did I? This way will become a main way through into the main factory. I'm guessing it must be in here then. Wrench. Don't really want a piece of cobblestone on me or bits of dirt. That will make life so much easier. I am nearly starving to death and I have put all my food through the system, so that's not good. Right, I did not really mean to do that, but okay. So did I get that back? Macerator, I did. Now this is full of stuff at the moment, which is unfortunate. But hey, likewise, well, everything just needs to come out. All three of you need to come out. Did I get them all? I did. That is amazing. Plus the overclockers. There's no overclockers lying down there, are there? No, there are not. That is good. Right, I'm also going to grab these bits out, but I'm not going to grab these chests just at the minute. They'll be useful at some point to go in the sorting system, but not just now. There we go, because I imagine there are a few bits about needing to go through. There is so much in there, it is stupid. Right, let us take these up there and plug these in. Now, these are... I have no way to get around the back of that anymore, do I? When you lack a way round, dig a hole. So this is back of house, so to speak. I have also put all my torches through the system. So let's go and actually get some stuff back. And put a tiny bit back so that chest doesn't fill up. My food would have gone into the chest which is called food, and there's not a lot in there. But it is definitely time to eat. Right, let's light this place up because I have a feeling this will be mob growing central. Actually, I just haven't even finished this section of the wall yet, have I? Stupendous. That is really, really bad of me. Right, never mind. So, I am going to need to run wires along the back of there. This is just going to be a pain to get into. I need a block down there. Do I have a block? No, because I just put all my dirt into the system. Right. I am looking for some cabling. So that is in IC2 bits. We don't have much copper cabling over here. That's a touch of a worry. I suspect there is some more down in the old factory. Let's just double check that. I think I did see some. Well, first of all, is there rubber in here? There's a ton of rubber in here, so that's all I really need. I think, did I see some in one of these, this chest? Extra overclockers, extra rubber, extra... I could have sworn I did see some insulated copper cable in there. Right, that is all that I need. So let's head over back here. Right then, putting all of these bits in. Now, the way that I am going to choose to put these in, obviously I'm putting them in on this gap, and I have just realised I need to power them and also get stuff into them. And more importantly, get stuff out of them, and I don't want the holes. Now what that is going to mean is coming out there, going in there. A touch more messy than I originally planned, but that doesn't really matter. What I'm going to do then is actually run the copper cabling in this gap here. It can start here and go straight along like that. And obviously it will connect up along the back to the output of this, which is that bottom one. It is going to loop underneath and be messy, because that is fun. Get you out and pop you in there. Okay, that works. So we have the macerator, the that one, and the that one. We do. So that still isn't quite right, but it'll do. So the macerator for a start is going to sit just there. No, it's going to sit just there, isn't it? I may end up tidying up that end a bit. Macerator. Let us just start with that one, actually. So that now should be powered up. But it is not. Why are you not powering up? You do have plenty coming in from the back. Let's just pop the ore washing plant down as well, which will live there. You are similarly not washing anything up. You really don't want to, do you, either? So, is this actually facing the wrong way? Input, output, 1, 2, 8? Well, they have power now, but I'd have thought that was too much power for them, because that should be running off 32. And I have no idea why that isn't stepping it down to 32. Because it should be. However, that does have power. It doesn't have water, obviously. Well, hopefully it won't explode. That's all that would really make for a very bad day. Now, I don't like that. So I'm now going to wrench these out, for which I apologise, and move these all back because I have had a better idea. The better idea is actually to sink these into the wall. Problem is, of course, that I need ways to connect everything up and all of that jazz. But what I'm going to do is sink these back, so they're just back from the front of the wall. I think that will look a lot better. Not to mention be way, way more awkward to put in. And if I'm doing this, I might just as well run the item ducting along the back. So item ducting, watch out for creepers or anything else, is going to run, for the sake of argument, like this. Just straight along the back. But possibly not just there, right? Then all that I have to do is find a way to get up here. Yeah, that is a lot neater. So there's 3 things. So 1, 2, gap, 1, 2, gap, 1, 2. 2 gaps. So I can probably actually start one over, which will put me placing my macerator, which is that one, just there. And it will have me putting this one in just there. Perfect. You will see now I have got that in. I can once again think of a much better way to do this, but no, because I will be able to access things. So, what we need now is a new block. The new block which I want is called the item buffer. Here it is, it's an Industrial Craft 2 block. It is made from iron item casings, basic machine casings, and a pair of chests. What out of all that do we have? We have a load of iron plates, which is good enough. Do we have a hammer? Hammer should be around somewhere. There's a forge hammer. Right, so all that we need to do is not make a jabber barrel or a sign. What we want to do is make up, well, 3 of these ideally. We're also going to need a load of these, so that's 6. So that's 18, isn't it? No, because you get 2 for each one. 18 of those. Then we just need some circuits. We've got some circuits and we need some chests. Chests are mechanical things, obviously. So, 2 chests with... Don't know why I got... Oh, I want the circuits later, don't I? Yes, yes I do. With those and those makes us up these item buffers. These item buffers are great because they are a solid block and you do not have to open them like a chest. So I'm going to place 1 on that, and 1 on that, and 1 on that. There we go, so items will come in to this item buffer, and the important thing is that they are going to go sideways into that. But they won't do automatically, you need something in that slot, and what you need is an upgrade called the ejector upgrade. that one. It just takes a pair of pistons, a hopper, electronic circuits, that's why I wanted the electronic circuits, and some wires. So, electronic circuits, wires, in the wrong place, 2 pistons, and do I have a hopper? I suspect I don't have a hopper. Should have pistons though, pistons I do have. Hoppers just need some iron. That should be a chest in the middle, shouldn't it? Hopper. Hopper, hopper. Hopper with pistons, electronic circuits, and wires gets us these ejector upgrades. 3 ejector upgrades. So, the way that these are facing should be on blue, so it is the blue one that we should be putting these in. Like that, that, and that. And what we should see if we now pop this bit of crushed ore into here is it goes straight into there where it's starting to cook off. Because that is the furnace. As opposed to the ore washing plant. Of course. So, we once again have to get that out, and I have lost... How have I lost my wrench? That should just be sat in my hand. We have a missing wrench. Seriously, did I drop it or throw it away or something really stupid? I must have done at some point, but I don't remember doing. I'm just not going to find that over here anywhere, am I? Right. Wrench. Super quickly, all it is bronze ingots, isn't it? I think those are all up there. I might have some in here. None up here, so let's run up here. Would it have ended up in there? This is all the miscellaneous junk which has nowhere else to go. But it hadn't. But I have plenty of bronze just lying about, usefully. So, any second it'll pop back into my hopped bar for no good reason. So, hop over here, get that out, and ideally pick it up. There we go. So it's the ore washing plant, which should be in there. Like that. Followed by the electric furnace on that side. It doesn't really matter, but it just looks neater to my eyes. Right, let us head on down here and get the rest of the things out. Because we have got the basic servos, we have some signalum filters, but we want these signalum filters off the back. It's unfortunate that I'm going to have to go through this and put all of the different bits in again, but that's just going to be the way it's got to be. Get some of these out as well, just whilst I'm down here. There we go. Right, now all that we have to do is come up here, put the filters and things back on. So these will be the inputs, so this will be where the filters want to go. So filter on there, filter on there, filter on there, and the automatic outputs want to go on this one, on there, there, and of course there. That's what I'm sure I did with my wrench, isn't it? These automatically eject. Like that. Now I just have to tell it the only things which are allowed to come into here. Obviously iron ore into this one. Now, because I don't want things coming in here, I'm going to have to give it things which I'm not going to see for a minute, and that thing is going to be a ruined forge hammer, and then I can change things around later. So what I am now going to do... Oh, I've got to link it underneath here, haven't I? Now, do I want ores to go in from generic dump chest, or do I want things that run through here to be on a separate system? For now, I think I'm going to put them on a separate system. But I'll probably link them together at a future point. So that just means going up like that, forward like that, and popping down a chest, which I don't have, but which I can get from over here. So I believe that chest is empty. It is. So actually, I believe that chest is nearly empty. It is. And the other thing which would be really, really useful to get out would be this. This is the aqueous accumulator, of course. And ideally, if I had a couple of buckets, get the water for that. But I don't, so I can't. So let's just head up here. Put the pair of chests back in. So, the chests, which are clearly in my inventory, they're just there. So that's my input chest. For the time being, they're just going to run to an output chest, which for the time being is going to sit there. It will be linked back into my system off camera. Obviously, that'll just involve digging the floor up all over again. There's no great need to make you sit and watch that. So again, control off. I will quickly say, by the way, I have changed the filter on this one. I could probably change it on that one. This one is now a reinforced servo, not the basic servo. It just got the items out a bit quicker. Now actually that should all work. If I just put the carrots in there, they'll go through, obviously. These should also go through automatically and end up in this. Well, end up in that, and then end up in this. So we shall see if that works. Now we clearly have monsters about. They're down there though, so that's okay. The ore washing plant. Now then. Yes, hello. Roar. Right, temperate fluid ducts. Going into the ore washing plant, and these crushed iron ores are going into that, which is great. I think I'm actually going to just pop my aqueous accumulator just here. Now ironically this will be filling up because it's actually raining. And exiting down. Hello. It's a very, very good job that you were not a creeper. There we go. So yeah, that is actually going to fill this up with water. Which is great, because it means things are going to start working. But we need to grab some water, some bits of wood or something, because that's the best thing to put. To put water in, obviously. Run down here, run down here. Right, grab these bits of water. That is an infinite water source, so I might just as well do that. And impressively already, my inventory is full of rubbish after just a few minutes of playing. But what we can do is just empty all of these out now, because most of those are not needed anymore. Brill. So let's use a bit of cobblestone just to build this. So what we want to do is not just constantly splat ourselves. Yeah, this is going to be a problem, isn't it? Go away, zombie. Thank you. So, I just need to build a little water container around here, basically, like that. It's a nice little route up for you down there, isn't it? Pop some water in there, and we've got ourselves our infinite water sources. It does make doing these a little bit awkward, because I have sort of trapped myself from... Oh, will you just go away? Because I have just sort of trapped myself from doing anything with that. So these are all coming out, and they're probably going straight into here. They are, with my carrots. So the purified crushed ore is the one thing which I can now put through, because that will go into here. So purified crushed ores end up in that. So, hello, I've got a miniature red heart, isn't that lovely? So now these are going to start firing up and cooking through these bits. So there we go, that is our new ore processing section. Items in, items out. So that will be it for this episode, guys. I'm just going to tidy it up, sort out where all of these bits of rubbish go to. And that will be it. So thank you very much for watching, and I do hope to see you once again next time.